Hello, how are you guys? It's Kristen here with Time to Craft. I'm an independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up, and I'm glad that you're joining me today. We're going to start this card off as simple stamping called Simple Stampin' Steppin' It Up. So it's a step up of just simple stamping, but it's still very much simple stamping. You have ink, paper, stamp set, and designer series paper. And this is the ones we're going to use today. We're going to be using Butterfly Kisses. We're going to be using Good Feelings stamp set. And here's all the different papers we're going to be using. We're going to have our base, and this is Parakeet Party. And it's 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. Then we have, put that aside. We're going to have 7 strips of 3/4 by 4 inches. We're going to have a square of 2 1/4 by 2 1/2. And then we're going to have 2 pieces of basic white. One 4 by 5 1/4 and one 2 1/2. 2 by 2 1/4. And that's how we're going to make this awesome simple stamping card. So we're going to be using Stampin' Up! Pad Calypso Coral as our ink. All of this can be found in our annual catalog on page 18 is the stamp set, Good Feelings. And on page 131 in the annual catalog is where you can find the designer series paper. The inks, all the Stampin' Up! Inks and the stamp set is also, not stamp set. The inks and the paper are all in the annual catalog also. So let's get started. We're going to put everything aside. I'm going to start with the stamping. Okay, we're going to take the basic white, 2 and 2 1/4, and we're going to stamp with Calypso Coral. Everybody needs thank you notes, so we're going to use the thank you stamp. Ink it up real good. And line it up as best as you possibly can. Just like that. Stamp down. Perfect. And there you go. Now we're going to move this aside and start assembling our card. I'm going to use the silicone mat today because it helps keep the glue. We're going to take the 4 by 5 1/4 Whisper White and all the different 7 different strips at 3/4 by 4. This can be used with any designer series paper. You will see that I basically just used the backs. So, okay, we're going to line these up. And you can do it however you want. And then glue them down. Okay, for the sake of time, I went ahead and glued all this down. And if you want, it leaves a little white strip at the top. You can save that there, or you can trim it off. On this one, I went ahead and trimmed it off, but it really does not matter. I'm going to leave it for this card. We're going to take the base. That's 5.5 by 8.5 and scored at 4 1/4. And I'm going to move my silicone mat because it has glue all over it. Turn this over. Glue. Sorry about that. My glue is at the end. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue right here. Like that. Then we're going to take the 2 1/4 by 2.5 piece and take our 2 by 2 1/4 piece that we put thank you on, glue that down. Just like that. Now you could always put this in the middle like this to change it up, or you could put it down in the corner. It's all your preference and how you want to, put it. So we're going to glue it down. I think for this one, I'm going to put it same place I put the other. Right there. Makes a perfect thank you. Simple stamping, which is paper, ink, and designer series paper. And that's all you need is a few items. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Keep following me on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. And I'll see you guys soon. Thanks, guys.